Alrighty, guys, so we're going to do a quick breakdown here on Palantir, talk about how the stock did today to kick off the week, and we'll break down what the indexes did and maybe some other stocks at the end of the video. So hit the like button, feel free to subscribe, and don't forget to get up to 15 stocks for Moo, each up to $2,000. Just use that link down below or check out the QR code right here. You might as well do that, guys. It's free money, link down below. And with that being said, let's dive right into the video. So check it out, guys. Today we ended up having a pretty good day across the board for the entire stock market in terms of the indexes here in the US, except for the Russell, which did go down about 0.75%. But we did have the NASDAQ up 1%, the S&P closed up 0.6%, the Dow went up 0.2%, and we had the VIX go down a bit, down about 0.5%, as we had Palantir stock do very well, in my opinion. And not only in the sense that it went up 2% on the day, but it held a very key level today, which we're going to break down in this video, guys. So let's just get right into it. So check it out. Palantir, excuse me, closed at $24 today on the dot. No joke, $24. It went up 51 cents on the day, just a hair over 2%. And we opened up and quite frankly saw a lot of volatility in the morning. We opened up at around 23.85, dumped down to about 23.30, saw that nice recovery, but we didn't really break out at about, let's see, 10:50 a.m. Yeah, we didn't break out of the highs from earlier in the day at that point at 10:50 a.m. And that ended up being the case, and that's on the East Coast, by the way, East Coast time. And that ended up being the case for a lot of the day. Let me actually show you this. A lot of the day we were struggling to get out of $23.90, $24, but then we did end up rallying out of that level. We broke out at about, let's see here, 2:20, 2:30 p.m., and we got up to $24.20. So at one point, guys, Palantir was up on the day about, let's see, almost 3%, right around 3%. We'll call it that. And yeah, it looks like here we pretty much got a little bit past the highs from Friday. Friday, you guys can see on this 5-day chart, if I pull it up, we actually hit roughly, where was it? 24.10, 20 intraday. Pre-market on Friday, we were in the mid-24s. So you guys can see that right here. We peaked above the intraday high from Friday today, which is good, but obviously we're not really getting a full-on sign of a breakout here, which is the first thing I'm looking at on this 5-day, 5-minute chart. The first thing I'm looking at for an overall breakout in Palantir stock is this getting out of this trend right here on the 5-day, 5-minute. Very important. If we could start getting out of 24.50, start getting towards the highs from early last week, being about 25.30-ish, 25.40. If we're able to get out of there, guys, do something like this, obviously that'd be great for the bulls in the short term. Maybe we start going 26 again, 27. Time will tell from there. But yeah, on the 5-day, 5-minute, we have to wait and see if that even happens. And by the way, nothing's guaranteed. Make sure to do your own research and trade at your own risk as always. And here on the 20-day, 1-hour chart, you guys can see we do still have clearly that little downtrend in the short term. We have a death cross right here. And we also arguably do have a descending triangle, which we'll talk about a little bit right now. We do have lower highs being made into that support at about 23.30, so keep that in mind. That is a bearish pattern, guys, so watch out for that. But the fact that we are holding this level on the 4-hour chart gives me a lot of confidence right now in the short term for the bulls. The fact that we had a 2% bounce off of the 180 SMA on the 4-hour chart here, it's not a full-on breakout. We're not completely ripping quite yet, which we'll see if we do. But we're showing support, right? We're consolidating. Buyers are coming in, which is a good sign. We're starting to get that support here, which not only, again, is the 180 SMA on the 4-hour chart, but it's also the low from, it looks like, earlier this month. Let me actually pull up this 20-day chart. Yeah, earlier this month, we can see here we held 23.50-ish, $24, kind of where we are right now. So this is very critical for the bulls, for Palantir to hold 23.50, 24 bucks, and it looks like they are as of now. The bulls are doing pretty well. Now let's just see if we can get the breakout. Let's just say, guys, this week is going to be quite interesting. Let me set my alert at let's do it at 25 bucks per share. Mark is at or above 25 bucks. If we do start getting out of there, and again, keep your eyes on the 5-day for the confirmation, that'd be really good for the breakout, right? Maybe from that point again, 25.50, 26s, 7s is where we could be going. So that's a quick breakdown here on Palantir after a pretty strong Monday, I would say, except for the Russell. Small caps didn't do so well today, but again, NASDAQ, Big Tech, S&P, the Dow, they all were in the in the green, which is great, and Palantir was as well. So set your alerts. Mine are set at 25 bucks. I have one alert set right now. We'll see how that plays out. And when it comes to some other stocks here, it looks like Groupon. Wait a second. Groupon had a 14% green day today. Ooh, this one looks pretty good. Looks like we got pretty beaten down post earnings from 20 bucks down to about 12. Oh my goodness. That's a big drop, 35%. And now it looks like we're rebounding a bit the day after earnings, which were on Friday, it looks like. Now we're rebounding a bit. So let's see if we could continue maybe recovering here in GRPN stock. And last I checked, this is a very high short interest stock, so keep that in mind. If you are looking to mess with this one, there is a lot of risk. It's high short interest. Who knows what's going to happen with this thing? But yeah, 14% green day for Groupon. Looks like Tesla rebounded a good chunk today, 6.2% in the green, but still clearly in a downtrend. And now we're actually trying to get back over the 50 SMA on the 4-hour chart, and we're trying to break past the lows from earlier in February. We hit 175. That was support. Obviously, we broke through it. It became resistance, and now we're trying to break out. So Tesla had a pretty good day. Looks like Adobe's recovering after its terrible drop post earnings, which honestly I want this thing to come down even more. I think Adobe is just way frothy. It's been for quite some time. I was trying to buy the stock at 2,300. It was almost there, and then it just took off on me, man. Hopefully it gets down there. We'll see. I don't know. But Adobe, 4.3% green day, a little relief rally after the earnings that, again, caused the stock to fall, like crazy. We had Meta recover today. Pretty much everything in big tech did very well. Google, 4.5% green day. Apple, right? There's a looming deal between these two. I made a video earlier today. Go check it out if you haven't done so already. So, yeah, keep your eyes on the big tech names as always. And let me come down here a little bit more. What went down today? A bunch of speculative names. It looks like we're in the red today. Yeah. But let's see. CRM had a 2% green day. It looks like that's breaking over 300. That's pretty big. Maybe a move back to 310, 315 could be in the cards for CRM. So with that being said, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Feel free to hit the like button and subscribe for future content. And of course, if you want some free stocks, you might as well use that link down below for Moomoo, or go to stocksurfast.com/Moomoo. Open up your account and fund it with at least $100. You get 5 stocks. And fund it with at least $1,000. You get 10 more stocks, totaling 15 stocks, and each of those could be valued up to $2,000. So the clock's ticking, guys. Get on it. Use that link down below. And with that being said, cheers. And by the way, there's a QR code as well. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you all in the next one.